items, Easter eggs, history, and bugs. Yes, I'm back again with another 10 solid minutes of useless information about Rocket League, a series where I cover a bunch of Rocket League facts and stories that you probably haven't heard of and definitely don't need. But fortunately, this video shouldn't be a total waste of your time, as today's sponsor is dedicated to giving you useful information. The free Rocket League Tracker app starts each game with an overlay that allows you to scout both your opponents' and teammates' ranks and history. It also helps you analyze your own gameplay by tracking and graphing detailed personal statistics and performance over time. And then finally, it provides an in-depth view of one of the most misunderstood features of Rocket League, MMR. With the app, you can easily see how many rank points you win or lose per match, or how closely you really are to that next division or rank. And it does all this while being completely free. So once you're finished this video of useless information, be sure to use the link below to download and install the useful Rocket League Tracker app. All of the experimental Rocket Labs maps have the same generic background scenery, except one. Utopia Retro features faint columns and towers outside the arena, which are a reference to the scenery of the original SARP battle car Utopia map it was based on. It took over 17 hours, but this group of Rocket League players managed to get the score up to 10,000 goals. Leading the way was Green Fox with 4,000 tallies himself and over 500,000 points on the scoreboard. Psyonix recently gave out special in-game titles to the admins that run and supervise pro matches and tournaments. They are now officially RLCS referees. Almost as long as it's been around, the map preferences feature has been viewed by the community as just a placebo. But RLCS statistician Derek Nielsen finally brought some real data to the debate. Over 1,100 games, his 3 most played maps were the liked ones, and his least played, the disliked one, which is basically the exact way the Arena Preferences system was described as working when it was added in December 2016. Joker is the only rocket boost in the game that starts with the letter J. It was available during the Haunted Hallows event of 2021 and earned by using the faking quick chat in 5 different online matches. By disabling goal reset in a Spike Rush match, Reddit user Fade Was Seen discovered a way to become the ball. You just need to jump at the same time as a goal is scored and you'll get stuck inside it. Unfortunately, you can't jump or drive, and getting hit by a player drops you out. But Air Roll does spin the ball around, and some unique orientations do allow for more movement. In December 2009, Psyonix moved into their very first San Diego office, which was situated in a building referred to as the Cracker Factory, a name it was given because it literally used to be a cracker factory. This is the same building that appears in the Rocket League map, Sovereign Heights. There's a bug in Rumble that can allow you to use 2 power-ups directly in a row. Rumble expert SO3 explains it as a 1 in 1,000 instance that usually just results in power-ups changing, not being chained together in a usable fashion. In this first example, the opponent has spikes, followed immediately by magnet. And here's another one where the player uses grapple to hit the ball down the field, and then boot to knock the defender out of the way. This is a render made by a player named Struffle showing what the Urban Central map would look like as an actual train station. And speaking of Urban Central, while waiting in spectate of a private match on that map, recently I discovered a brand new camera mode. I call it Train Cam. Yes, for some reason the camera was automatically tracking the train as it arrived and then left the area. Just a few weeks ago, the team of Magic, Prod, and Ben accidentally stumbled into what might be a viable kickoff strategy. Now, of course, bump kickoffs have been a big part of hoops for years, and even have been proven successful in regular 2s from time to time. But this 3v3 version is not something I've seen before, and judging by the reaction to Magic's tweet, it seems a lot of the community was also surprised and impressed. During Season 8, Psyonix accidentally released a car bundle that included a tournament item from Season 1. The Righteous Gale Rocket Boost. Traditionally in these situations, the devs never want to take anything away from a player, so instead of removing the boost from those that had bought the package, they decided to give anyone that had properly earned the tournament item an additional unique reward. So those players all received a special black, white, and gray version of the boost that is appropriately named Righteous Fail. In the right situation, standard Rocket League bots can actually pull off some pretty decent wall pinches. Now when it comes to human players, the first documented post-pinch goal in Rocket League has been attributed to 2 users, Archmads and Linteractive, both with clips from August 2015, less than a month after launch. Now of course, this doesn't necessarily mean they were first, but as of right now, we've seen no footage to prove otherwise. There is a Dragon Ball Z reference on the Mountaineer tires, as a sticker indicates the tire pressure maximum is over 9,000 PSI. On February 28, 2016, the RLCS, or Rocket League Central as it was then known, hosted the first professional All-Star game. It featured events such as a shootout competition, a dribbling challenge, a 3v1 defender challenge, an aerial freestyle competition, and a best of 9 NA vs EU series for which the winning region would get higher seeding in the playoffs. Unfortunately, according to my research, No footage, clips, or even replay files exist from this event. This is what it looks like when 20 players activate the Tornado power-up at exactly the same time. As of November 2016, the Rocket League community still considered Rule 1 to be keeping the ball up at 0 seconds, as seen in this Reddit post from Carnovi. In the comments, most agreed that Rule 2 was staying locked head-to-head, which some hilariously referred to as bullfighting, which I think is a great name for it. The original Rule 1 was a carryover from SARP battle cars, and interestingly, what we now call Rule 1, locking nose to nose, was actually not possible in the original game due to the way bump mechanics worked. The burnout boost is the only item that spins the tires in the garage menu. Last year, a Redditor named Rude Sheepherder admitted to playing 1,000 hours before realizing you could set up orange and blue cars separately. He added he regularly customized his cars and had always been frustrated by the fact that he couldn't make both teams look good at the same time. That feature that he had somehow missed for 1,000 hours has actually been in the game since September 2016, arriving in a patch that also gave us 10 presets and expanded the color palette by adding green to the blue team. At the time, it was an exciting addition, and it seemed like everyone was driving around in green cars for weeks afterwards. In 2022, a partnership with 7-Eleven allowed Rocket League players to earn and redeem codes for special in-game items, and the most popular one, the color-changing Slurpee Boost, contains an Easter egg that I don't think a lot of people know about. It's not something that can happen in a regular game, as it involves continuously boosting for a long time. But if you were patient, when you close in on the 2-minute mark, this happens. Freeze! The player on my friends list with the most amount of wins is the streamer Paps with 31,364. This is a hand-sized Rocket League ball made from pure bronze. The 2023 Winter Major was the first RLCS LAN where Fennec was the most used car. This lobby broke, allowing over 30 people to join up, but the game never started as most were stuck in spectate, and to leave, you had to force the game to shut down using the task manager on your PC. In August 2018, Psyonix released an update that broke ball physics and made dribbling almost impossible, unless of course you were one of those weird people that only play with a cube. The Juicebox topper has 5 fruits on it that are also toppers themselves. I'm only 9 achievements away from 100%ing Rocket League on Steam, but a majority of the missing ones require me to play the single-player season mode, and I don't see that happening anytime soon. In April 2022, this Redditor posted a screenshot of an RLCS-titled player with the caption, "RLCS Regional Champ sweating on diamonds. Can it get any more cringe?" And honestly, I'm not sure what is more cringe, calling 182 points sweating, or not taking the time to look up LBP and realize that he is the exercise science coach for the Renegades, and this was his actual rank. Pro player CJ did come in to defend his coach, but also couldn't resist the opportunity to take shots himself and confirm LBP was really that bad. During the 2014 Rocket League Alpha, the garage had a few features that never made it into the actual game. Rims and tires were separate cosmetic options that could be mixed and matched. And there was also a hood ornament and a front bumper slot where you could select either a mustache or a bow tie. While I don't expect to see Rocket League adding any new cosmetic slots to the game anytime soon, they did recently come up with a way to kind of do that without revamping the whole garage. The Nomster face for the Nomad is technically an antenna, but only affects the front of your car. While this is the only antenna of its kind so far, hopefully they use this idea to give us more hood and bumper cosmetics in the future. This is 2 Nexto machine learning bots seemingly following the Rule 1 protocol. But unfortunately, there is no such honor among bots, as each is just waiting for the right opportunity to take the ball and score. Yeah, Nexto is one of those types of players. This Rocket League player spent a month before realizing he was not talking to his opponents after the game, but instead just saving his replays. And it sure made for some interestingly named replay files. The overly excited fan added to the game for April Fool's 2022 was performed by Psyonix audio lead Carson French.
Where's the bathroom? I can't believe it's in my favorite team!
He said the hardest part was recording the 10-second long scream that was looped and played whenever the ball was in front of the net. The whole ordeal caused him to lose his voice for 2 weeks after the recording. But I think the hilarious results were definitely worth it. By mashing certain buttons at once, there used to be a way to equip 2 toppers at the same time, and also remove the wheels from your car, though it only worked in the lobby screen and would correct itself once you joined an online game. The 2019 GIF Your Game Goal of the Year contest was won by Psycho Existence, who earned $15,000 by pulling off the shot that would eventually bear his name. Yes, though he personally had dubbed it The Thing, the Rocket League community decided Psycho was a more fitting description for this type of cross-map redirect. Interestingly, one of the goals that received honorable mention and a $100 prize in the Gift Your Game contest was scored by a bot. Well, sort of anyways. By leaving this casual match mid-shot, ZGM allowed his bot replacement Roundhouse to pull off an impressive double tap. A month later, Rocket League content creator Flume, who was one of the judges for the Gift Your Game contest, managed to pull off the same shot himself for a YouTube video he called, "I recreated the craziest goal in Rocket League history." As I'm writing the script on Thursday, May 11th, 2023 at 1:30 p.m. East, there are 429,226 players online, 2,427 of which are playing the single-player season mode, most likely grinding for one of those stupid achievements. The Animus GP is incorrectly skinned for universal animated decals, as the top of the spoiler plays the animation backwards compared to the rest of the car. Nexto machine learning bots started appearing in competitive Rocket League matches in December 2022. The source of this leak has been traced back to a single person. For an in-depth investigation into how this happened, I invite you to watch my recent video on the subject. Otherwise, if you're looking for more useless information about Rocket League, the 3 previous episodes of this series can be found in the playlist linked here. My name is Rocket Sledge. Thanks for watching.